Welcome, everyone. I'm an eclectic by nature. I combine many arts, such as composing and playing music, creating mixed media art, designing, writing, and theater arts, with humanistic experiential psychologies, like the ones I will be speaking about today, and with education that includes years of teaching, training, consulting, course development, and facilitation in academic, adult education, and organizational settings. I have always been driven by creative expression and inspired by the creative processes of people, whether as individuals for self-development, as leaders, facilitators, or educators working with groups and organizations. And for the past 14 years, as potentials for possible exploration in virtual worlds. After doing a lot of innovative stuff in the physical world, I brought my experience, interests, and skills to Second Life in 2007. I developed a way of using the build technology symbolically and metaphorically rather than immersively. I call it symbolic modeling, or SymMod for short. Here's a brief description of how it works. I have people create representations of themselves, their ideas, values, feeling states, decision-making processes, etc., and use approaches from Gestalt psychology to help people acquire new perspectives and insights which would not happen with thinking or talking alone. If you want to experience this approach and then be trained to apply and use it with your clients, family members, or others, please contact my program manager, who's here today, Katsai Tenon, known as Katz. I have made many videos of workshops and conference presentations in Second Life, which illustrate these processes. If you go to my website later, you will see a link to my YouTube playlist, which has these videos organized by Fran into categories and also includes interviews I've done on creative process in various mixtures. I wrote a 65-page manual called Being Alive, Creative and Emotional Intelligence Tools for People Professionals, from which I will be offering excerpts today. You can find a PDF version offered on my website if you'd like to acquire it. It also contains a section of suggestions for using sensory tools of all kinds for working with individuals, groups, and organizations. Today, I'd like to share some examples of 4 humanistic experiential psychologies and a few stories of how I have applied them in organizational settings. I hope you find some inspiration in applying some of these approaches to your own situations. These processes can be applied whether you're working in a physical environment or in a virtual one. So here's the context. Whether referring to an individual or an organization, we are encountering a dynamic system that has an inherent capacity for development and accomplishment, that is, its potential. This potential can be realized through a workable arrangement or connection of parts into a whole, a gestalt, if you will, more than the sum of its parts. This whole is not static. It changes according to the integration of new parts, such as ideas, feelings, experiences, dreams, over time. The self and the organization made up of many such selves and entities, such as departments, boards, staff, managers, etc., has beliefs, attitudes, feelings, thoughts, and fantasies. When these parts are aware of each other, value each other's existence, work well together, we can say the system has integrity. When they are in conflict, competition, denial, or contradiction, the system suffers and is unable to fulfill its mission or potential until and unless it develops more awareness, consciousness, and resolution of opposing parts. For an organization to function effectively, it must become aware of what it is like now, what works well, what gets in the way, how to let go of non-productive values, rules, and behavior, how to focus, envision, and align will and energy output with goals, how to adopt new approaches leading to well-being, however that is defined. Sometimes it must become more aware of what it is up to by exaggerating the process it is already in.